Guys, we have the first ever Chaseontwowheels camera car, piloted by my lovely wife, not wife. What's up, guys? So this is the behind the scenes vlog, like motovlog, of our camera car situation. I've been kind of trying to talk through it so you guys can kind of experience what I'm having to experience. So in front of us you got Heather driving, Heather's my wife, she's driving the Jeep with the camera on the side of it. I've ran into my major problem with the Sonys, and everything's worked out really well so far. You can see I've got an HDMI cable feeding into the Jeep that feeds to a monitor that Heather can see, just so she kind of knows if I'm in frame or not. It's not that big of a deal. Like, safety is the #1 concern. But I've realized my main issue, and that's that the battery of that Sony is already dead. Now, I don't know if that battery was at 100%, but it has been filming 4K for like probably 30 minutes now. It says battery exhausted.
Monitor, yeah.
Okay. Oh, I bet the camera battery is exhausted. That's what it is. I think to modify this setup, I'm gonna have to have some sort of dummy battery that leads to a larger battery, because you know the amount of time that it's been going is that's not really acceptable for being in this kind of situation. I need that thing to record way longer. If you guys haven't seen this thing on the side of the Jeep yet, I did a video on it. It's called a cloud mount. A company named Rig Wheels makes it. I purchased it recently, and I'll put a link in the description. It basically magnetically suctions to the side of the Jeep. You guys can see I've got kind of safety straps on it to make sure it doesn't, in case, you know, a suction cup failed or something like that. And the battery, or I'm probably looking at it, it looks like the camera could just fall off, but I've got the HDMI cable secured inside and on the outside on the camera right now. So I had to prep Heather with, you know, like, so this thing doesn't stick out too far, but it does stick out. If you're gonna ride to one side of the road, please ride to the right side, because I don't want her like clipping somebody with that thing. You'd have to get really dang close to somebody, but I mean, here in Atlanta, I could see that happening. So she's doing a really good job. You can see that she's straddling the line on the right side. And that's just part of this whole process, I guess, with filming, having a camera car and all. So what I'm trying to do is ride in a position to where if the camera got hit, I would have to get hit, which is not the safest thing, but I think it helps Heather know that there's an obstacle on this side of the vehicle that you need to watch out for. Please get on the other side, babe. Thank you. That's not safe. So everything's worked out really well, except for that freaking except for the freaking battery in the Sony. Now, and I, you know, being an A7S user, I know that camera has terrible battery life, but that battery might be bad or something. It should last a little longer than that. But so at this point, the camera's dead. I don't have any batteries. I'm not going to tell Heather to pull over, because this is basically a single lane from here on. So there's really no point anyway. I wouldn't have been able to get that good of a shot. I would have had to move the camera to look back. So we're going to call that a day. Hopefully the first shot ends up being edited pretty cool. I hope it works out. If it doesn't, you know, it's okay. You always gotta, you're gonna have failures when you're trying new stuff. And if you guys have been around for the channel with it for a while, you know that I am constantly trying new stuff. Always trying to make the content better. But yeah, guys, that's the attempt at a camera car for the first rides. Hopefully at this point the first ride's already gone out and everybody's told me what they think about it. And hopefully you guys enjoy. You know, the first major thing I did was add a second camera, and then I added a drone shot where the drone would circle and kind of keep looking at me as I drove in a circle. And after I did that for a while, I was like, all right, what's the next big thing? And I mean, if you guys have ever seen Revzilla's first rides, or their, I don't know what they call them. They might call them first rides. Their first rides, quality-wise, are out of the world. So I'm trying to catch up to those guys, because Revzilla, they kill it on their videos. But yeah, this is the constant struggle of always trying to make better and better content for you guys. And for me, you know, I like being creatively challenged, and you know, sometimes you just got to try something new, and sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. Anyways, guys, I'm Chaseontwowheels. Hopefully you enjoyed this mini little first ride, and I'm gonna go figure all that stuff out. I've got to get a Sena Bluetooth communicator on this helmet, and I've got to get Heather a communicator, and that way we can communicate. And I can be, at least she could tell me, say, hey, battery got exhausted, and I can be like, okay, sweet. Cool stuff is always happening on this channel, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you guys watching the video. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you like this kind of content. And I'll see you guys in the next video, which will be on a Tuesday, Thursday, or Friday, like every single week here on Chaseontwowheels YouTube channel. See you guys later. Bye. Man, I gotta say, it is so nice having a wife that enjoys camera stuff and is willing to drive our car around with a giant rig just hanging out of it. Oh, that's so awesome.